gathered to enjoy and celebrate the Creators Game. Before you win the face-off, the Wolves Lacrosse Association and Wolves Junior A team will honor the Creators Game by presenting the acknowledgement of Mi'kmaq Territory Mi'kmaq Honor Song. Please, if you're able, rise and take off your non-traditional headgear and direct your attention to the flags at the entrance of the arena for the presentation of the acknowledgement and the honor song.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Prior to the singing of our national anthem, the ECWJLL would like to acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Acknowledging that we are in Mi'kmaq, the traditional ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people, is a way of showing respect for and honoring our shared history and shared treaty relationship. Our relationship based on peace and friendship. It is very important that we continue to recognize our shared history.
Please, if you're able, remain standing for the presentation of Vote Canada.
And welcome back to the den, everybody, as we get set for the finals in the ECJLL Female Junior A League. As we're starting off today from the den, it will be the Sackville Wolves hosting the Eastern Shore Breakers. If that sounds familiar, it's a repeat of last year's final. This week back, because it's 12 short months ago, we were back here doing the same thing. And here we are, 12 games each in the regular season. Both teams swept 2 wins in a row to get here. through the first round. Now it's the second and final round. Best of 5 series starting here tonight. It'll be Hovey versus Saint-Hilaire for the face-off. And the ECJLL finals have begun. Loose ball picked out of the air by Duck. Duck hustling into Wolves territory. Watched there by Hovey as Duck slows down. The offense comes out for the Breakers. Duck passes across for Saint-Hilaire. Looking back across to Collins. Collins looking for a way in. Kept to the outside by Dietrich. Turn and fire. And a crease there, and the ball was off the post. Come back, Wolves ball. That'll be all the way down in the offense. Coming out of their own end. In comes Wilkie. Wilkie holds up. Wilkie back for Dyer. Dietrich picks up the loose ball. Back in for Wilkie. Wilkie crossover. Looking for Harker, but ball deflects away, and Duck, the loose ball specialist for Eastern Shore. And she takes a bump from Dyer as they battle for the ball. London comes up with it. Dyer on her immediately, as well as Coffin as they tie London up, but she gets it away looking for Poirier. Poirier, she's stripped of the ball, and up with it's Hannerhan. Hannerhan for the Wolves. Gets out, and it looks like a penalty coming to Eastern Shore as Hannerhan dishes it off to Hovey. Hovey in towards the net. Hovey with the low shot. That's off the leg into the corner. Hovey slows it down. 15 seconds left in the shot clock. Hovey looks for the pass across, but Duck got a stick on that, and it looks like we got a bench minor coming. Is the penalty call? All right, illegal substitution would be my guess, as too many players on the floor. It looks like Stuart Barnes will serve the penalty for the Breakers. 18:31 remaining in the first period. No score as the Wolves will go on the power play. Starting off the ball is Dyer. Dyer. Pass over to Mullen, down low. Back up to Mullen. Mullen. Back to the corner for Wilkie. Back to Mullen. Mullen behind the net for Dyer. Dyer. Back out to Mullen. Mullen with the shot. And Heaslip makes the save. Kate Heaslip in goal for the Eastern Shore. Yeah. 1:36 remaining in the Eastern Shore penalty as Duck puts it across. Loose ball in after it's James. And James will come down as the Wolves go back on the offense. Gets over to Hamilton. Hamilton slows it down, gets the offense on. She's got Wilkie, Hovey, Dietrich, and Jada Anthony out there. Wilkie down low to Dietrich. Dietrich looking for her in front, but that's picked off by Poirier and the Eastern Shore. Poirier looking to come out, trying to get up over center as Anthony puts the play on her. Poirier sent to the ground, but able to keep the ball. Poirier up and going again. 15 seconds left in the shot clock as loose ball. As Wilkie comes up with it, and the Wolves back on the offense. 39 seconds remaining in the power play as Wilkie check from behind. Anthony able to get the ball back. Anthony has a look who she got. Sends it to James. James rolls back up top. Wolves still need another player right there as Dyer rolls off a hit. Dyer in with a shot. That's deflected wide. James pick up the ball behind the net. 5 seconds left in the shot clock as Hailstone able to send it up along the boards, and Duck with it. Dyer, quick stick check. Duck still comes up with the loose ball as pushing Dyer up against as the penalty's about to expire. Eastern Shore kill off the first. It's back to 5-on-5 as Saint-Hilaire with the ball across to Collins. Collins has a look as Jenkins keeps Collins to the outside. Force a long shot, and that's a save there by Martin. Resets the clock. But up with the loose ball is the Wolves. As Rosson able to bring it back across. Chased down by Collins. Rosson plays it across for Wilkie. Wilkie coming in. She's got Dietrich and Coffin. Wilkie looking for Hovey. That just got fire. Now Coffin up with the ball. Coffin from behind to Dietrich right away, and the quick shot and a save there by Heaslip as Baker trying to get the ball down the floor. Hailstone chasing that down that loose ball as Hayward hustles out after it. Hailstone can't find the handle. Neither can Hayward. There she does. Now Hayward plays it back up to Hamilton. Hamilton hustling down the floor. Eastern Shore out to challenge. Hamilton puts the quick shot, but that's way wide as Duck gobbles up the loose ball, but Mullen just waiting. Duck presses off along the boards. Duck hustling in. Duck with the shot, and that's off the post again. Duck has 2 posts so far in this game. No goals, 0-0, 15 minutes remaining in the first period as Bourgeois will start off for Eastern Shore deep in Wolf territory. London trying to roll off. Mullen keeping London to the outside. London comes all the way around. Back to Collins. Collins now looking to drive in. Collins kept to the outside by Anthony. Collins rolls back up top again. Collins looking for a lane and nicely checked by McRae. And the ball goes wide. And Eastern Shore went through the crease to touch the ball, so it'll be Sackville ball as Anthony and the Wolves go on the offense. Anthony looking for a lane. Anthony in with the shot, and that's a save there by Heaslip. Anthony from the corner rolling out. Anthony challenged by number 6. That's Wizen. Another save by Heaslip. Harker now for the Wolves. Harker pass back up top. Dyer as the Wolves are changing, and that's Wizen intercepted that pass. Now Wizen trying to get out and sends the ball down the floor as Coffin hustles back after it. Wolves putting the offense out as Coffin comes up with the ball. Fresh 30 on the clock. Coffin brings it back up over center. Coffin down the middle. Quick pass off to Hovey. Hovey rolls back up top again. Hovey can't find a lane. Back to James. James cross for Dyer. Dyer in with the shot. That goes wide. 9 seconds left, but that's picked off by Poirier on the rebound off the boards. And Poirier runs into a wall of Wolves, but Poirier still rolling off that hit and gets up over center. As Dyer and Hovey combine, knock the ball free. Dyer now coming in. She's got Wilkie with her. Dyer rolls off. Dyer turn, fire, and that was just wide. Duck up with the loose ball. Duck heading back down the floor. Hamilton coming back. Duck rolling off. Hamilton fires and scores. The ever dangerous Maggie Duck has done that to us a few times, and Eastern Shore strikes first at 13:05 remaining in the first period. And Eastern Shore takes the first lead of the series, 1-0 on a transition goal by Miss Maggie Duck, number 16. Now it's London versus Brasson at the faceoff. Here we go. Ball goes out, picked up by McRae. McRae into the offensive zone. McRae looking across for Rosson, but that's off a stick, and Thomas comes up with it for Eastern Shore. Thomas driving, loose ball picked up by McRae, turned and fired by Coffin, but that just went wide. Absorbing the hit by Rosson. Rosson trying to find a path in there. Over to Harker off her stick, and Wizen, who's doing a good job picking up those passes. Ball comes back to Coffin. Coffin with a fresh 30. Coffin drive in, low shot, stick save by Heaslip. Heaslip able to control the ball. Heaslip sends it up to half as Hayward was being watched there. Ball goes all the way in to the end is Collins hustling after it, but picked up by Hannerhan. Hannerhan trying to get a handle on that ball. Finally, Hamilton does, but too much time in the zone, and it'll go back to Eastern Shore ball. Collins up with it right away up to Duck, up top. Duck has a look. Cross for St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire up top to Collins. Collins Being pushed off a hit by Hamilton. Collins looking for the pass into St. Hilaire. That goes off the backboard. St. Hilaire comes up with it. St. Hilaire sends it towards the net, but that's picked off, and here comes Hayward coming down. Hayward has a step on the D. Hayward coming towards the net. Hayward puts the shot, and Heaslip able to step out and showed the far post and then took it away. Heaslip nails it up to Duck at center. Duck and Eastern Shore back on the offense. Anthony keeping an eye on Duck. Duck holds up back to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire challenged by McRae. Gets it across. Collins able to come with the loose ball. Now Collins looking to London with the shot and a save by Martin. Loose ball, and that's gathered in again by St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire trying to get back to Collins. Collins, she's challenged right away by Calder. Now McRae. McRae making life difficult. London comes up with the ball. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. It's London trying to get down close to the goal as McRae puts her into the boards. London slips off. London with the shot, and that goes high. And the rebound comes back across, and that'll be Wolves ball in Eastern Shore territory. 10:23 remaining in the first period. It's a 1-0 Eastern Shore lead in this game one of the best of 5 for who's going to get their name on the East Coast Cup for 2026. This being what up for grabs. Here we go. Coffin. Cross crease. Quick shot in by Wilkie, and another save by Heaslip as Dyer comes back up with the ball. Dyer rolling up. Dyer with a low shot, scores! Dyer slips an underhand, and we're all tied at 1 at 10:06 remaining. As Dyer able to step in and tie this game for the Wolves and send the Breakers back to center. It's a 1-1 game. And it looks like we'll have Hovey versus St. Hilaire for the faceoff. Puts it out. Hamilton picks it up on the run. Hamilton coming in. She's got James on the doorstep. Hamilton takes it down deep. Now Hamilton looks to slip one far side. That missed the target. Dietrich up with the loose ball. Dietrich now having a look. Dietrich back to Mullen. Her hard shot saved by and picked up. And here comes Duck in behind. Duck hustling in on the transition. Duck steps in, shot, and that's a big save. Martin has seen this too many times and read that like the pamphlet and stepped in front and made the save. Here we go. Hayward over to Coffin. Coffin cross quick shot by Wilkie off the post. Coffin another quick shot, and that bounced up and out of play. And it looks like we're going to have our hydration break right now. It's 9:16 remaining in game one of the East Coast Cup Finals, and it's a 1-1 game. As we'll take a moment, goalies will get some water, and we'll get this thing going. And a very short bench, it looks like, for the East Coast Breakers, or Eastern Shore Breakers, sorry, for this game. It looks like they're missing. I think it's
unplug it from the.
She's not the team top scorer, the league top scorer. Looks like 21 Batchilder's not in lineup tonight. As, I'm sure Eastern Shore is missing her, but Eastern Shore is putting this in. But can they keep up the pace for the whole 60 minutes? We'll find out. As it's quite a full bench on the Wolves side. Game one today. Game two will be on Friday from Musquodoboit Harbor at the Eastern Shore Community Center. And then a week from today, we'll be right back here for game three. As everybody's had the break, water's been consumed, and now Dyer keeping an eye on London. London. Zigzag and London gets into Wolves territory. Challenged by McRae. London takes it into the corner. Jenkins got a stick on, pass. As Dyer hustling for that ball. Collins able to keep it loose. As Bourgeois is in there as well. Collins intake to London. London with the shot and a save by Martin. Jenkins hustling for that loose ball. Back up with it is London. London coming out from behind. London as Rosson pushes her into the crease. And the shot goes high and wide. Hannerhan hustling back up over center. Hannerhan. Pass off to Hovey. Hovey in. Hovey with the shot. That's off a leg. And ooh, I think number 24, Baker's feeling that one. Hovey again. Hovey another shot over the crossbar. Wilkie comes up, and we got a penalty coming here against Eastern Shore on the delayed call. Martin heads to the bench to get the extra runner on. And looks like we've got a slash. It looks like Thomas is heading to the box. Yeah, slashing's the call. Looks like a 2-minute as Thomas heads into the box for Eastern Shore. Just under 8 minutes. As Hamilton for the Wolves. Up top, Hamilton to the corner. Back up top. Over for Mullen. Back to Hamilton. In motion now. Hamilton puts the shot in, and Heaslip makes the save, and the ball bounced around as crease violations the call. It'll be the ball will go to Eastern Shore. Duck will start off as Dietrich having a watch. Duck puts the shoulder down. Duck able to blast through. Ball loose for a moment. As they tied up. Here's Wilkie coming in. Wilkie shows. Wilkie shot, scores! Wilkie fakes to the far right corner and hits the top left. And good transition goal there, a power play goal. By Wilkie in. And got Heaslip to bite and then put the ball to the twine. And with that, the Wolves take a lead for the first time of the game. 7:23 remaining. It's a 2-1 Wolves lead. And the battle back at center. Up with the ball is Anthony. Anthony gets to Coffin. Coffin turns with the quick shot. Heaslip makes the save. Heaslip gathers up the ball in the crease. Off to Wizen. Wizen has to get rid of the ball quickly as the Wolves cause lots of issue, but the 10 seconds expire in the zone. And it's back to Wolves ball. Hamilton quickly to Coffin. Back across. In with the shot. I believe that was Rosson with the shot. Another good save by Heaslip. As Thomas fresh out of the box. And Coffin has the ball momentarily. Now Coffin back up with it. Wolves back in the offensive zone as Coffin takes a little jaunt around behind the net. Coffin looks for a target. That's off James' stick. And then Duck takes her player hard into the boards. Dyer in to help. Dyer comes up with the loose ball. Dyer cross for Mullen. Mullen with the shot. Another save by Heaslip. Mullen comes back up with the rebound. Fresh 30 on the clock for the Wolves. Mullen goes back to the door. Wilkie with the shot and a shoulder save, and Heaslip controls that one in the crease. Hands it off to Duck to bring out for Eastern Shore. Duck, and you're going to get called on that all day as Wilkie's stick made contact with the helmet. Delayed penalty coming here as Bourgeois trying to get a hold on the ball. St. Hilaire, everybody trying to get a handle on that little ball, and the Wolves finally do, and that will get the call. So we'll see what the call is here. I believe it'll be a high sticking. No, a slash is what they're going to call it. Okay. 2 minutes for slashing as Wilkie heads to the box. And at 5:43 left in the second period, Eastern Shore will go on the power play. Duck will start them off from center. 5-on-4 advantage, Eastern Shore to Collins. Collins up top to Duck. Duck to Collins. Now in motion. Collins looking for a lane shot. And it's saved by Martin. Bourgeois battling McRae for that loose ball. Duck comes up with it. Duck back up to Collins. Collins with the shot. And Martin makes the save and holds on. McRae with the quick out looking for, but Collins knocked that one down at half. Duck back up on the ball. Eastern Shore, a minute 24 left in their power play. St. Hilaire with the ball. Cross for Collins. Collins setting up the power play. Down low for London. London looking for a lane. Back to Collins, but can't make connection. Collins back up with the ball. Collins looking for a lane. Collins drives a shot, and that's a save there. And Martin kicked out the leg and got that out. Rossaw bringing the ball back down the floor. Rossaw coming by Collins. Now Rossaw driving towards the net. Rossaw in tight. Rossaw with the shot, and a save by Hayslip. It's all offense for the Wolves, even though they're on the penalty kill. As Duck seals the ball back down. 38 seconds remaining in the power play. And 15 seconds in the shot clock as Duck back up top to Collins. Collins can't quite get the handle on that ball as Calder making life difficult. Duck back up with the loose ball. Duck fires the shot in. That bounces up, and Martin got a hand on that one for a save. Now coming back down the floor is Hayward. 10 seconds left in the Wolves penalty as Anthony down low. Coffin rolls up top. Coffin behind the back pass to Anthony. Nicely done, Violet. Over to Dyer. Dyer whips a shot in, and that went off a defender. Anthony in with the shot, and that's controlled by Heaslip. 3:30 remaining in the first period. 2-1 Wolves lead as Wizen comes back up. He'll pass that up to London. London and Eastern Shore looking to tie this up before the end of the period. London trying to come back in front of the net, runs into a wall. London turns, fires, shoulder save by Martin. Loose ball into the corner. Hamilton and St. Hilaire in after it. Calder comes in to help. And Duck, as always, comes up with that loose ball. Duck cross for Collins, but she was tied up. Nicely done by Rosson. Loose ball up along the boards. Dietrich hustling hard in, but London back up on it. Pass that in. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. As the loose ball again comes back across center. I think that's called on the back over, so it'll go Wolves ball is McLean. McLean Harker. Harker will start us off as Hovey has the ball now. McLean with the check, with the pick, and Hovey with the shot, but that's off an Eastern Shore player, and that bounces up and out of play. So it'll go back Wolves ball. 2:25 remains in the first period. Wolves leading 2-1 with the ball in Eastern Shore territory. As Dyer passes over to Mullen. Mullen rolls up top. Mullen in with the shot. That goes wide. And the rebound bounces up and out of play, so it'll go Eastern Shore ball as Duck looks to start off. Duck comes on over the floor as the offense comes on. Duck looking for somebody to get it to. Brings it over to Poirier. To St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire up top. St. Hilaire looking for a lane. Being blocked by Rosson. The ball knocked free as Dyer able to come up with the ball. Dyer in all alone. Dyer versus Heaslip. Here we go. Dyer shot and just wide. Trying to go far corner. Anthony comes back up with the ball. As Dyer coming off, shaking her head. I'm not sure if she took a knock there. As Hovey cross to Dietrich. Dietrich in with the shot. That's a save by Heaslip. Controls it in the crease. 1:15 remains in the first period. 2-1 Wolves leading as Wizen passes that up to London. London looking for Collins in behind. Collins with the quick shot and scores. Good passing play by Eastern Shore. Ties it up at 2 with just over a minute remaining. As London sees Collins in behind the Wolves D, and Collins able to come in and get that quick goal past Martin. And just like that, we're all tied up again as Eastern Shore answers back and sends the Wolves back to center for the faceoff. Here we go. Bell, loose ball. As Anthony comes up with it. Anthony checked by Poirier. Anthony back up with the ball. Anthony coming towards it. Anthony cross screen shot, scores! And the Wolves answer back as Anthony finds Mullen on the doorstep right off the faceoff. And just like that, the Wolves regain the 1-goal lead. It's now 3-2, Wolves leading with 49 seconds remaining in that first period. Anthony showing shot all the way. And good lacrosse IQ there. Mullins sitting on that doorstep. Just put her home. Here we go. James comes up with the ball. James into the net. James trying to get to Hovey, but pass was too high. Now he slipped. Quickly down the floor. All the way down is Hannerhan. Chases down. Collins right on Hannerhan. Hannerhan trying to get out from the corner. Rossaw in there to help, but Collins making a real pain of herself there. Causing all kinds of issues. Collins up with the ball. Collins! Shot, and what a save by Martin. Throws the arm out and makes the save. As Eastern Shore almost had it tied. Break to and Dietrich almost had a beauty goal there too. Skinned the post at the end. So after one period of play, it's a 1-goal game as the Wolves are leading the Breakers 3-2 going into the first intermission. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes for the second period of play. We'll see you then. And welcome back to the den, everybody, for the second period action in this first game of the 5-game series to decide who will be the Eastern Cup winners this year in the ECJLL Female Junior A Division. As we get set to go here for the second period, I see Ms. Martin heading back to the office between the posts, as it's the Eastern Shore Breakers in the yellow and your Sackville Wolves in the black and silver as we get set to start our second period. If you haven't known before, as my name's Larry McVicker. Larry Cherry, as the kids like to call me, as it gets set. And I want to thank you for taking some time out of your Monday evening on this beautiful summer day and spend it with us here. As hopefully you're somewhere you can sit on a patio and watch this outside. And if you are watching this, you're enjoying it. This great production by Maritime Athletic Profiles of ECJLL action. Coming to you here from the den, as it'll be Rosson versus Saint Hilaire for the opening faceoff. As we get set to go, 20 minutes on the clock. Score is Sackville 3, Eastern Shore 2. Here we go. And the bell's on. Pop back out, McRae up quickly. Here's Coffin coming in. Coffin in with the shot. He scores another goal off a faceoff as Coffin gets in there all alone and puts it between the wickets and finds the back of the net. And Violet Coffin, all cheers. That quick pass up by McRae, and Coffin in tight on the goalie, finds that 5-hole, gets the ball just in behind the big stick. And here we are. Let's do this again. 4-2's the score. That took a whole 9 seconds off the clock. Loose ball up, and Duck up with it for Eastern Shore. Duck rolls off a hit from McRae. Duck coming in. Hayward in. Duck rolls, fires, and a save by Martin. Rosson up with it. Rosson swims to get the ball up as Hayward gathers the ball up beside her bench. And on come the offense for the Wolves. Up for Wilkie. Wilkie looking across for James. Ball bounces off the backboards. Battle for the loose ball. Wilkie back up with it. Wilkie looking up top. Dyer able to hold that one. Poirier trying to has Dyer tied up. Can't get the shot away. And the shot clock expires. And it'll be Eastern Shore ball. Defense coming on for the Wolves as Dyer keeps an eye on Poirier. Poirier pass up. Picked up by Collins. And we got another penalty coming against the Wolves here as Bourgeois to Poirier. Poirier slows it down. Delayed penalty call coming as Saint Hilaire looks for the pass back across to Collins. Collins, low shot in. That bounces wide. Knocked down by the Wolves as Hamilton hustles to the boards. And we'll see what the call is. It's going to be a high stick or a slash at 18:34 left in the second period. Wolves up by 2, but Eastern Shore going on the power play. Slashing's the call. I believe it'll be 2 minutes. And Ms. Maddie Dyer will head to the sin bin and think about what she's done. As we got Duck starts off the power play for Eastern Shore. Duck. Pass over to Collins. Collins down low to St. Hilaire. Back up to Collins on the corner. Collins up top to Duck. Duck as Bourgeois trying to set a lane. Duck across looking for St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire over to London. London. Low shot goes wide. Loose ball up. And they'll come back across and they'll go Wolves ball. On the back over. Hovey. Here we go. Rosson in. Penalty kill. Rosson takes the ball down low. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Rosson should wait until about the 5-second mark before we see a shot. James in with a shot and a save by Heaslip. And up with it is Poirier. Or London. London slips through. Now London coming in. James has to come back. London driving in. Good job. Duck up with the ball. Another shot that goes wide. Poirier comes up with it off the boards. 22 seconds left in the shot clock as Collins wrangles down that ball over to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire to Collins. Collins being watched by Calder. Collins fires a shot in there. Martin stands her ground, makes the save. Ball rolls back in, and Martin comes up with it. Martin, quick up for looking for Hayward in behind. Hayward picks up. Hayward, short-handed coming in. Hayward puts a shot, and that's off the post. Dietrich able to come up with it. Dietrich slows it down. 19 seconds left in the penalty as Wilkie up with the ball. Wilkie happy to get this penalty killed off. 7 seconds left. Dietrich back up to Wilkie. Wilkie gives the nod to Dietrich. Dietrich pick and roll. Wilkie in with the shot. Heaslip makes the save as Coffin comes up with a loose ball. Fresh 30 on the shot clock as Coffin passes back to Anthony, but the connection's not made, and they'll come back over as Eastern Shore will get the ball in Sackville territory. 16-18 remains in the second period. 4-2. Sackville leading over Eastern Shore as Collins starts off the offense for Eastern Shore. Back to 5-on-5 as Collins passes that over for London. London trying to slip in. London with a shot, and Martin had the angle on that. London able to come back up with the rebound. London rolls off a hit. London in tight shot. And nice stick save there by Martin. Martin able to transition that quick on the stick. All the way in. Hannerhan hustles down after it. Heaslip trying to catch the Wolves on a quick back up. As Hailstone fires it back up. London with a quick shot and another big save by Martin. Eastern Shore quick on the transition. Back down. Hayward. Hayward slows the play down, gets the offense on. Hayward back over to Mullen. Mullen with a shot in. Another big save by Heaslip. Heaslip controls it, hands it off to Duck. Duck now driving down over center. Watched by Hovey. Ball knocked loose. Duck follows the loose ball down, gets it back. Now Duck. Hovey. Watching her. Duck rolls back up top. Back down for Collins. Collins being watched by Hamilton. And that's a snag there, an interception by Hayward. And Hayward comes back over center. There's London. It looks like a penalty will come to London. On that is James. Looking across for Dietrich. That's broken up by Duck as James slips away. James now behind the net. James looking for options to Dietrich, but the ball goes into the crease and picked up. And we'll see, I think it's a holding call coming here against the Breakers. Slashing's the call. As London heads to the box and the Wolves will head on to the power play. 14:23 remaining in the second period. A 2-goal lead, and on the power play is Dyer. Starts it off for the Wolves. Over to Mullen. Down low, back up to Mullen. Mullen. Cross to the corner. In low is James. It looks like we've got a moving pick, and the ball will go to Eastern Shore as Duck picks it up, and Coffin and Dyer look to pin them in along the boards. Coffin able to knock the ball free. As coming back in is Coffin. Coffin. Back across to Dyer. Dyer. Return the Coffin. Duck got a piece of that one. Going across crease, and the quick shot goes over the net. Ball bounces back and Coffin can't keep it in the half, so back over's the call, and it'll be Eastern Shore ball. 1:21 remains in the Eastern Shore penalty as Collins over to Bourgeois. Bourgeois. She's checked right away. Ball knocked free. Bourgeois able to come back up with it. Jenkins puts the stick on and pops the ball free, and Hannerhan Gets the loose ball up over center. Hanrahan off to Hamilton. Hamilton. Up top, Hamilton. Looking for Dietrich, but a quick stick by Poirier. Dietrich's got to pick that back up. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Back up to Hamilton. Hamilton puts the shot in to reset the clock. Dietrich with the rebound, turns and fires. Another big save by Heaslip. Hailstone has it. Hovey in, and no goal. They wave that off right away as it'll be a crease and going right back down. It's Duck. 32 seconds remains in the Eastern Shore penalty as Duck's going to look to finish this off. But she's challenged right away by young Miss Anthony. Now they battle. Anthony driving in along the boards against Bourgeois. Collins able to come up with the ball for Eastern Shore as the shot clock expires. And the penalty is going to expire in 3 seconds. As Rosson comes back across center. Rosson pass over to Mullen. Mullen rolls out up top. Mullen cross. Rolling up back to Mullen. Ball comes off the boards. Bounces into the crease, and Heaslip will say thank you very much and pass that up to Poirier. Poirier challenged right away by Harker, and the stick goes high and the hand goes up. So delayed penalty coming here against the Wolves as illegal cross-checks the call. It looks like 11:51 remaining in the second period, 4-2 the Wolves lead. But Eastern Shore will go back on the power play as Duck is ready to start 5-on-4. Duck pass off to Collins, down low to London, back up to Collins. Cross for Bourgeois, that's knocked down. St. Hilaire keeps the play. Collins looking in. Collins puts the shot in, that goes wide. 10 seconds left on the shot clock as St. Hilaire. Back to Collins. Collins fires a shot in. That's a save by Martin. London looking to get the loose ball off the boards. London up with it. Fresh 30. London in with the shot. And Martin makes the save. As we got the Wolves bring it up. Ms. Maggie McRae will bring it down deep into Eastern Shore territory, killing off the penalty. 1:15 remaining. Hamilton has a look. Hamilton over for Dyer. Dyer down low. As Wilkie has a look. Wilkie puts a shot in that goes wide. And the ball goes up and out of play, so it'll go Eastern Shore ball. 56 seconds remain in the Eastern Shore power play. Down low to Collins. Collins. Up to Poirier. Poirier to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire to Poirier. Now, Eastern Shore driving in. Collins rolls up. Collins turns and fires. And Martin stands her ground and keeps that ball out of the net. 36 seconds remain in the Wolves penalty. If we can run out the shot clock here, that should run out the penalty as Dyer slows things down. Dyer over to Hayward. Hayward back to Dyer. Dietrich causing some trouble in tight. Dyer's got it on the opposite side of her stick. Dyer turns and fires. That's blocked. And with that, I think we're going to go to the TV timeout. When we come back, it'll be 4 seconds remaining in the Wolf penalty. As we go to our hydration break, I want to thank our streaming sponsors. Without them, we couldn't do this great production. Maxim Construction and Uniglass Plus. Thank you to those sponsors. If you go have any business with them, please tell them that you saw them on Maritime Athletic Profiles and the ECJLL or just tell them saw them watching lacrosse. Because without our sponsors, we couldn't bring you this production. And, you know, I got to say, if you're not watching it live, you're watching it later and seeing some great highlights. That's what a great job these guys at Maritime Athletic Profiles do. All I got to do is just tell you what I see as we go along here today. With that, teams head back as London with the ball for Eastern Shore. Back to 5-on-5. Cross, that's picked off by McRae. McRae coming down. She's got Harker with her. McRae turns around, shot! And he slipped. Got enough to put it wide. McRae hustling for that loose ball. Dietrich in. Dietrich shot. Another save by Heaslip. McRae brings it up top. James rolls off a hit. James is looking across for Wilkie. Wilkie looking for our post. Another save. Another save. Dietrich in, and the ball is in the goalie equipment. Flurry of shots. And back down we go. London fades off to the corner. Collins slows the play down, looking for her way in. London, she's being watched by Calder. And Jenkins in. Hard angle shot. Gets the reset as London looking up top for St. Hilaire. Can't get the pass. And now up with the ball is Hamilton. Hamilton coming back down the floor. She'll hold up and get the offense on. Now the Wolves. 15 seconds left. Hayward back up top to Hovey. Hovey challenged by Wizen. Hovey trying to find an angle, puts a shot in, and Heaslip makes the save. Duck goes around behind her own net. Now Duck, burst of speed, will come back up over center. At the 10 seconds, she had everybody beat but the clock. And a possession. Hayward driving in. Hayward puts the shot in, and Heaslip makes the save. Poirier trying to get a handle on that ball is McRae. Ever dangerous in there. Gets it up to London. London being challenged by Hannerhan. London around the boards, gets a nice little pick by Duck. Looking to drive in. Pop free, and here comes Nora Haas. Hustling down. Haas working against. And the ball comes out. Sent back down the floor as Dyer hustles back after it. As Eastern Shore puts the D back out. And here down comes Hamilton. Hamilton and the Wolves. Looking for the quick hit there. Doesn't work. James up with the ball. James looking for Dietrich in behind the net. Dietrich rolls out. 10 seconds left on the clock. Dietrich puts a shot in. A save by Heaslip, and the ball bounces around in the crease, but able, and now we got a hit after the whistle. Brings up a few more whistles as Hannerhan heads to the box for the Wolves. And it looks like we got 2 minutes for roughing is the call. So it's 6:44 remaining in the second period. Wolves up by 2, but once again, they're in penalty kill mode as Duck and the Eastern Shore get set here. Collins down low to London. Back up to Collins. Duck retrieves the ball. 15 seconds left. Duck looking across for St. Hilaire. Can't make the connection. London trying to get the ball in behind. Challenged by Hamilton. Up with the ball is Duck as she dives there. Misses the net and taking it hard to the floor. Sorry, that's Wilkie. It's in the box, not Hannerhan. For the Wolves, it's a minute 28 left in her penalty as Hamilton passes off to Dyer. Back up to Hamilton. Hamilton has a look. Looking to kill off this penalty. Back to Dyer. Dyer slows things down as being challenged by Poirier. Dyer. Cross for Hovey. Just out of her reach. As Hovey. She was thinking crease dive, but the shot clock ended that for her. Eastern Shore. Up. That's Collins with the ball. Collins has a look. Across to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire looking for London. London trying to find a way in. Being kept to the outside. London in with a shot. And London sneaks one through as Martin got 90% of that, but the spin takes it in. And a power play goal by Eastern Shore. Makes it a 1-goal game as London able to get that through traffic. That seemed to bounce up and just inside the post. So it's back to a 1-goal game as Eastern Shore sends the Wolves back to center. It's 4-3. The Wolves leading. 5:22 remaining in the second period. As we battle at center. Ball comes loose, picked up by Anthony. Anthony shrugs off a check from St. Hilaire. Anthony now. Duck takes her hard into the boards. A good job by Calder. McRae down low. Coming in is Rosson. Over for Coffin with the shot and a save there by Heaslip. Anthony back up the ball. Fresh 30 on the clock as McRae up top. McRae looks for options. Back to Anthony. Anthony hits a wall of yellow. And the ball chopped free into the corner. Coffin comes up with a loose ball. Now Coffin. Drive it to the net. 15. Ball knocked loose. Quick shot there by McRae. And up with its Duck. Duck is dangerous as Hayward knows and smartly back. Watching Duck. Duck crossed for London. That goes off her stick into the boards as Hayward working against London. London trying to come out. London with the shot. And Martin makes the save as it's in the gear somewhere. There we go. Now Hayward brings it out for the Wolves. 4 minutes left in the second period. Hayward. Pass off to Hamilton. Hamilton starts off the offense. 20 seconds left in the shot clock. Hamilton looking for a way in. Hamilton will take it around behind the net. Hamilton tries the switcheroo hand, but doesn't make contact. Now, up with the loose ball is Hovey. Hovey in with a hard shot. Heaslip makes it so. Hovey scooped that one, but crease violation makes it a no goal. And it looks like we've got a timeout. Perhaps. Yeah, timeout called by Eastern Shore at 3:38 remaining. As Hovey tried to scoop and go, but I think she had a toe in the crease as the officials waved that off right away. Yep, just at the top there. And so, no goal. And in the first period, the shots on goal were 27 shots were taken by the Wolves, 16 taken by Eastern Shore. I'll know at the start of the third what the second period shots would be. But it does seem like Heaslip has been seeing the more than her fair share of the shots this game. But it was a very specialized offense on the Eastern Shore team. If you feel like you're hearing the same name a lot, it's because you are. As a lot of young, skilled players for Eastern Shore. And a lot of young players coming up through their minor system too. So now Duck hustles up over top as drives his loose ball. Scooped up. Now McRae has the loose ball. McRae in behind. as in, but Dyer running all kinds of interference, and she's getting the moving pick call on that one as Dyer kind of coming off. Ooh, don't like to see a favor in the leg there as Poirier brings it back over center for Eastern Shore. Poirier told to stay on as gets the ball up to Collins. Calder challenging Collins. Now Hanrahan. Collins down deep trying to get cross crease looking for St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire comes up with a shot and that rises up and over the crossbar. Collins comes up with a loose ball. Just a couple of seconds left as shot clock expires. And Haas will bring it back up over center. Haas up to Coffin. Looking for a quick to James. James has to sneak away from Stuart Barnes. James rolls up top. James pass back over for Mullen. Mullen looking for, she had a little bit of sight on that, but missed the short side. Hovey up, just a second left. Hovey has to do the long shot and gets the reset, but Heaslip controls the ball in the crease. Passes it back out to Wizen. Up to Bourgeois. Bourgeois for Eastern Shore. Challenged by Hamilton. Collins back up with the ball. Collins. Jenkins got a piece of that one. Hamilton able to knock it free. Now the battle for the loose ball into the corner as Jenkins comes in as well, and good ball management there. Tori Jenkins passes that up. And we got a loose ball as Anthony sets it up. Cross for Dietrich. Dietrich rolls off a hit. Dietrich back up top for Coffin. Coffin in with a shot. Another save by Heaslip. Oh boy. He slips in a groove tonight. And Eastern Shore just down by one and back on the offense is Duck. Slows it down. Minute 12 remaining in the second period. Eastern Shore with the ball. Duck looking to drive towards the net. Rosson has her. Duck turns and fires. That goes wide. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. As the shot clock will expire. And Hayward brings it back down the floor. Hayward takes it in deep while the Wolves get the offense on. Hayward back to Dietrich. Dietrich in front. Her shot missed the net. Dietrich back up with the ball. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Dietrich over. Looking across. That was over the head of James. Ball bounces into the crease and Heaslip. They'll gather that up. Heaslip nails it down to Hailstone. Hailstone brings it back up over center. Hailstone rolls off a few Wolves. Hailstone passes off to London. London looking to come in from the corner. Held to the outside by Hovey. Over to Collins. Collins puts a long shot in. And Martin calmly holds the post and makes that save and sends it right back up to Hanrahan. Hanrahan quickly to McRae. McRae in with the shot. Scores! Great transition play starting with the goalie up to Hanrahan. Hanrahan sees McRae slipping in behind. And rookie Maggie McRae puts it away to regain a 2-goal lead for the Wolves. So, and that's with 2.5 seconds remaining. McRae just getting that quick shot, not letting Heaslip set. Ready for the shot. And that should about do it for the second period of play. As get set for one more face-off here. And that will do it. So after 2 periods of play, Sackville Wolves 5, Eastern Shore Breakers 3 as we go into the second intermission. So go get yourself a drink, get ready. We'll be back in 10 minutes, ready or not. And we'll see you back then, everybody. And we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Thanks for watching. And welcome back to the Den, everybody. We're broadcasting here from the Sackville Community Arena in lovely Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia. As we're waiting for the third period, to begin. It's a close game. It's a 5-3 lead for the Wolves over the Eastern Shore Breakers in this game 1 of a 5-game series to decide who will be the East Coast Cup champions for the ECJLL Female Junior A Division. Second period, shots were 23 by the Wolves, 11 by Eastern Shore. Make the total as Wolves had 50 shots on net, Eastern Shore 27, and the Wolves sitting with a 2-goal lead here. But if you know lacrosse, 2-goal lead is not a lead by any stretch here. As often said, lacrosse is a game of streaks, and Eastern Shore looking to start one right off the bat, and so are the Wolves, as two very offensive-minded teams here. As Heaslip makes her way to the crease. Martin set up between the pipes. Hovey and St. Hilaire at the face-off circle, and we're ready to go here. Game 1 of the East Coast Cup Finals. Ball popped out, picked up by Hamilton, on the go for the Wolves. Hamilton rolls back up top. Hamilton looks for James, right tight. James turned aside by Hillstone. Now Hamilton looking to come in. Hamilton puts the shot in there. He slipped the save as Mullen. Hamilton, duck, full-on challenge for that ball, and duck. That's not a good sign for Eastern Shore, as Duck favoring the leg there. Hovey with the quick shot, another save by Heaslip. Mullen over, James in with shot, and that's a goal. As James with the quick short side, and the Wolves specialize at the start of the period and in the end. But Heaslip came up with 3 saves, and James Heaslip got pulled off the post, and James reverses the direction of that shot and just slips it in the short side. As see James reposition her body there to get that shot up and over and in the short side. That makes it a 3-goal lead now for the Wolves. False start gives the ball to the Wolves as Anthony down close for Coffin. Point blank shot steered away by Heaslip. Now Duck. Right back up and going. Duck. Coming down. Duck. Cross for St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire looking for London. London has numbers in, but London in tight. And McRae got a stick check on that. Shot went wide. Duck hustling in. Duck with the shot. And Martin. Shoulder save there as Martin reaches out and pulls that back into the crease. Pass up to Hayward. That bounced off Hayward's stick, and Poirier trying to get a handle on that. Poirier now for Eastern Shore. Coming back the other way. Hayward picked her pocket, but up with it's London. And London hustling in. London with the shot. And another big save by Martin. Loose ball picked up by Wilkie. Gets that up to Hannerhan. Brings it up over half. Hannerhan. Pass off to Hamilton. Hamilton and the Wolves back on the offense. Hamilton coming in. Hamilton looking far side and scores. Hamilton allowed to come in on the net as everybody was watching Hovey, and she able to slip that one in far side. Abby Hamilton as Hovey came back up top, and Hamilton with a fresh in. This is where the numbers game starts to make a difference. The Wolves with twice as many runners as the Eastern Shore tonight. And we're in the third period in a hot arena. James passes to Hovey. Hovey trying to roll off a hit. As Poirier does not allow Hovey to have a shot. And Poirier looking to get that ball back. Hovey back up with it. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Hovey Down low to James. James to Coffin. Coffin with the underhand shot. That misses wide. Dietrich with the quick shot. That's up and over the shot, and the shot clock expires, and it'll go Eastern Shore ball. 17:20 remaining in the third period as 2 quick goals put the Wolves up by 4 early in the third period. Duck now driving back in. Off to Collins. Across to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire challenged by McRae. St. Hilaire can't find to Collins. Collins trying to get in there, but Haas and Hayward causing all kinds of issues. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. It's Collins looking for Elaine to get any shot in. She can. And almost a ricochet there, but that went over the crossbar. And McRae passes up to Anthony. Anthony brings it in for the Wolves. Anthony now trying to get around Poirier as Harker looking to drive some interference. Loose ball into the corner. Dyer up with it. Dyer back to Mullen as Mullen tried to get the quick pass across. And with that, the shot clock will expire. And it'll go back Eastern Shore ball. Poirier passes down along the boards to St. Hilaire. Eastern Shore back on the offense. Poirier up top. Poirier looking for a lane. Being kept to the outside by Calder. Pass in there looking to get St. Hilaire free. That doesn't connect. As London comes up with the ball. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. London fires a shot in. That just went off the side. They didn't call that a shot, though. I think Martin got a toe on that one. Pass back up. Bounces by Hamilton. Picked off by Hailstone. Hailstone on the quick transition back to Collins, but that misses the mark. And Rosson will regroup for the Wolves. Rosson comes back up over center into the offensive zone. Her pass over Dietrich's head. Dietrich will take that off the boards. Dietrich rolling back up top. Dietrich can't find a lane. Across to Hovey. Hovey puts a low shot wide, and that's going to come back over, and that'll give the possession back to Eastern Shore. 15 minutes remaining in the third period. Wolves leading 7-3 as Eastern Shore will get a fresh 30 and start off in the Wolves zone on that back over. Duck with the ball. Duck passes back up top to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire trying to get Collins on the move, and a quick shot and a great save by Martin. Collins back up with the ball. Collins trying to catch the Wolves in motion, but they can't make the connection. Poked ahead by Hayward. Hayward forces the ball back over as Hayward working against London. Hayward driving to the net. Slows it down. Back to Anthony. They didn't make the connection, but Harker comes in, forces the ball back deep. Poirier up with the ball as Hisa looks to set a pick, but didn't quite get it. Poirier hustles down along the boards. Wilkie working against her. Poirier keeps on side as that stick got high, and I think we're going to get a holding or a high stick. We'll see what's going to come. Pass back across to Collins. Collins puts a low shot in, but that bounces up and out of play. Slashing will be the call with 14 minutes even remaining in the third period. Wilkie heads to the box, and Eastern Shore will head on the power play. 2 minutes for slashing is the call. And St. Hilaire will start off Eastern Shore, 5-on-4 advantage. St. Hilaire pass off to Collins. Collins down low to London. London up to the corner for Collins. Collins cross for Bourgeois. Bourgeois being challenged. Bourgeois looking for duck in tight, and what a great play and a better save by Miss Kayla Martin. As Hamilton plays up, but miscue there, and Duck driving in. Duck driving to the net, shot! Saved by Martin. And London on the rebound. And a transition goal. Martin make the big save, but London up with the rebound and able to get up and over Martin into the back of the net. And with that, Eastern Shore cuts the lead down to 3. It's 7-4, and the Breakers send the Wolves back to center, as it'll be London versus Rosson in for the face-off. 13-25, score is 7-4. Wolves leading. Wisden comes up with the ball for Eastern Shore. Wisden passes that across to London. London, Hanrahan off the bench, causing some issues. Collins with the ball to London. London kept to the outside. Back to Collins. Collins turns and fires. That's wide. No, it's got a reset. Collins across for St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire drives in. Eastern Shore using motion to get through the Wolves D, and they connect with 2 quick goals here and pull back to within 2 at 12. Just under 13 minutes remaining. And those quick side-to-side motions is how you get past the goalie. And just like that, we're back to center. Hovey versus St. Hilaire. 7-5, Wolves lead, but it's been cut in half. Ducks will start off with the ball in Wolf territory. Cross for St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire back to Duck. Duck challenged by Hovey. St. Hilaire comes in, but that's a moving pick. And Wolves will get the ball back. Hamilton up with the ball. Hamilton gets up to Dietrich. Dietrich holds up and gets the offense on. Dietrich pass across to Dyer. Dyer, her pass broken up by Wisden. Dyer back up with the ball. Wisden pushing Dyer to the outside. Dyer, her shot wide. Wilkie gets the shot in on net. Loose ball, another shot, and another save. And it'll be a crease is the call, so the ball will go to Eastern Shore. Just over 12 minutes remaining in the third period. 7-5, Wolves lead as Eastern Shore. Collins into Wolf territory. Collins pass across, but off the board and picked up. Haas coming in, Nora Haas driving towards the goal. Haas puts and scores! Our defense specialist picks off a pass in all alone. No mistake. Puts it in the back of the net. Great job to a great player, Miss number 4, Nora Haas. Hustles all the way down. She had that spot picked. There's nobody that the Wolves are happier to see score than Nora. Congratulations. That puts us back up by 3. 8-5 is the score. And back we go. There's Hovey versus St. Hilaire at the faceoff. Here we go. Knocked out Hovey, up with the ball. Hovey heading towards the net. Pass was just out of the reach of Dietrich. Dietrich turns around, has James at the corner, but it's a crease, and it'll be Eastern Shore ball as Duck brings it back up over center. Hear the cheer going as they announce Nora Haas's goal. Duck takes it deep in Wolf territory. Duck around behind the net. Being watched by Hanrahan. Tries to feed Collins, but she's watched by James all the way. Final seconds left in the shot clock as the Wolves. Shot clock expires as the All the players untangle. And Dyer up with the ball. Dyer speeds down the floor. Duck in pursuit. Dyer holds up. Dyer passes back off to Hamilton. Hamilton's got to refine the handle to that. Hamilton up with the ball. Hamilton sends on to the net. And Hamilton changes her mind quickly, puts the shot in, and just catches it under the wrist of Heaslip as the Wolves regain their 4-goal lead. And just like that, 10:47 remaining in the third period. It's now 9-5, Wolves lead. As back to center we go. This will be London versus Rosson for the faceoff. Bell for the ball. McRae, no surprise there, comes up with the loose ball. Back over to Hayward. Hayward gets the Wolf offense. Hayward looking at the quick shot in there, saved by Heaslip. Heaslip steps out of the crease. Pass up to Poirier. Poirier brings it back down the floor for Eastern Shore. Poirier holds up, has a look. Off to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire looks to catch Collins on the move. Collins in tight. And Martin got enough of that one to send it wide. Yeah, battle for that ball. And Hayward diving will send it in deep. Hanrahan hustles in after it. Hanrahan up with the ball deep. Hanrahan looks to get it back to James. James up top to Mullen. Mullen with the hard shot. Oh my gosh. And that got Hovey right off the face mask there. And that comes back over. I hear the story from the side there. Is Hovey's going to have they're going to have a look at her. Don't like seeing that, but Poirier. Cross for Duck. Duck looking for the return feed to Poirier. Poirier tried to go far corner, and Martin took that away. Now we got McRae hustling back down. McRae versus Duck. McRae absorbs the impact. Looking for the trailing players. Dietrich had to switch hands, and Heaslip came up with a big save. Ball gets knocked free, and that's on the back over. And with that, we'll have our TV timeout as we're past the halfway point of the third period. Wolves leading a score of 9-5. And I want to say thank you to our streaming sponsor, TKE. Thank you, folks, for making this possible. Because if you're watching this, of course, you're watching this on Maritime Athletic Profiles and seeing all the camera angles, the replays, and everything. And that's thanks to our streaming sponsors like TKE. Thank you very much for making this possible. And as we get set to go into what's potentially the final, but I've been wrong before. And 4 goals seems like a big lead, but any team gets into a rhythm, it can disappear very quickly. So the Wolves are going to have to come out focused on sending this one home and getting a one game lead. Meanwhile, I can see the coaches on the Eastern Shore bench telling them what needs to be done. Eastern Shore has found success in motion if they can connect those passes. Because anytime they take a second, the Wolves are all over them with numbers. As we get set to go, Eastern Shore will have the ball. Bourgeois starts off in the corner, being watched by Haas. And here we go. Bourgeois takes the ball in behind the net. Haas stays on her. Bourgeois passes up to the corner for Collins. Collins cross for St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire over to Poirier. Poirier in with the shot, and that just bounced wide. Loose ball in front. Everybody after that loose ball. Who's going to come up with it? Poirier does. Poirier rolls off. Back up to Collins. Collins has to get the shot in as the shot clock is about to expire. That's blocked in front. And ball slips out. Rosson's Cross over to London. London with a low shot and scores. Eastern Shore takes advantage of the turnover, and we're back to a 3-goal game as Poirier gets the pass across to London after creating that turnover, and the scramble in front. And that just catches Martin on the far side and in the back of the net. He scores now. Wolves 9, Eastern Shore 6, as it's Hovey versus London for the faceoff. Here we go. Rolled out, picked up by James. James and the Wolves back to work. James driving to the net. James across, looking for Dietrich. Can't find the handle. Dietrich rolls off a hit from Thomas. Now Dietrich. That's back up top to Hamilton. Hamilton looking for a lane. Hamilton with the shot. Another save by Heaslip. Eastern Shore will send that down the floor. There's Hamilton. Martin will pick it up, send it up to Hamilton. Hamilton brings it back down the floor. There's James sneakily hiding in behind the net there. In comes Hamilton. Hamilton driving for the net. Hamilton tries to lob one in, and Heaslip sends that aside. Dietrich pops the ball free. Mullen down low for James. James back up top for Mullen. Mullen puts the shot in. Another save there by Heaslip. Dietrich comes up with the rebound. Now Dietrich to Mullen. Mullen, quick shot in there. Another save as Heaslip had the angle on that one. Dietrich with a quick shot. Another save by Heaslip. She controls that one in the crease. Heaslip passes that off to Duck. Duck coming out for Eastern Shore as the Wolves put the D back out. Duck carries it into Wolves territory. Being watched by Anthony. Back up top to Poirier. Poirier being watched by Haas. As Poirier tries to drive in, Haas pops the ball free. Loose ball. As McRae thought she was away, but Haas up with the ball. Ball's knocked loose again. And turnover here as London comes up. Now London looking to drive towards the net. Calder catches her and turns her aside. London back to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire up top to Collins. Collins fires the shot in. That goes high. And back of the net is McRae. Picked up by London. London goes far side. Just missed the far post. Collins is Eastern Shore. Down here, Hanrahan drives in. Hanrahan causing all kinds of issues. 15 seconds left in the shot clock as Anthony and Duck go looking for that loose ball. McRae in. Hanrahan comes up with it. Knocked free, though, as back driving for that ball. Finally, the shot clock goes. Wolves with the ball. Duck on them right away. They got a moving pick, and they'll go Eastern Shore ball. As no rest for Maggie Duck as she goes back to pick that ball up in the corner and play it. Duck challenged right away by McRae as players go to the floor. And they're going to have to separate some legs there to try to find the ball under the heap. There'll be Eastern Shore ball again for illegal contact. Eastern Shore now. Duck plays it up to St. Hilaire, but that's passes in at her feet, and they'll be back over. So they'll go Wolves there as Wolves hustle in on the quick pickup. Hayward around behind the net. Hayward comes all the way around and puts a shot in, and Heaslip able to make the save on that. Hamilton up with the ball. Hamilton, fresh 30 on the shot clock. Pass across, goes to the boards. Wilkie up with it. Wilkie puts a shot in and finds the back of the net. Wilkie unloaded the cannon and reestablishes the 4-goal lead for the Wolves with just over 5 minutes to go. Wilkie up with the ball. show and pass as I think she had Heaslip looking as we had the player coming to the doorstep at the same time as she fired that pass in and got it by. Scores, Wolves 10, Eastern Shore 6. They'll go Eastern Shore ball on the false start at the faceoff. And Duck will start off. Duck, pass across to Collins. Collins has a look. Collins in front as London turns and fires, and London finds the back of the net on the quick pass, roll, and fire. Not giving Martin time to set up on that one. As a good job by London to roll off the pressure at the same time. Goalie can't tell where you're shooting. Even she couldn't tell where she was shooting, but she knew she was hitting the net, and she found it in behind. So it's a 3-goal lead with under 5 minutes left. Scores now 5-7, or 10-7. Wolves leading. Collins for Eastern Shore looking to come in. Kept to the outside by McRae. Back to Duck. Duck driving off. Duck in with the shot. That was either off the post or ball all the way down as Hayward looks to pick it up for the Wolves. Hayward now. Pass back. Looking for Dyer, but pass was too high, and Wisden comes up with it for Eastern Shore. Wisden gets up over, trying to hand off to the D, or to offense. Dyer pops that one free from St. Hilaire. Loose ball as Dyer comes up with it. Dyer rolls off a couple of hits. Now Dyer coming in. And all alone, she got Wilkie with her. Dyer in, shoot, scores. That was like a 3-on-0 as the Wolves send a transition goal back the other way. Dyer, after picking that off, and Heaslip looking at a wall of black coming up all alone on her. Nothing much she could do on that as Dyer picked the far side. And the Wolves regain that 4-goal lead. It's 11-7. Collins pass that back up. Duck takes the bouncing pass. Now Duck looking to return feed for Collins, in alone. Collins' shot went wide. Whose ball is Dietrich will start off for the Wolves. Dietrich up over center. 3:30 remaining in the third period. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton puts the shot in. Heaslip makes the save, controls the ball in the crease. Heaslip now. Pass up to Poirier. Poirier will come across center. Poirier off to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire back up to Collins, but yeah, there's got to be some tired Eastern Shore players. They played the entire offense here. And McRae pass back looking for Coffin. But miscues come both ways because this is a hut. And the back over will give the ball back to Eastern Shore. Duck picks it up as Hayward. Duck slips away from that one. Duck challenged by Hanrahan. And another misplay as the ball bounces up and out of play. And it'll be Wolves' ball as that's sent right back up to Hayward. Hayward, slow things down. Hayward passes over to Hovey. Hovey coming in from the side. Hovey rolls up top. Shot! And that got through Heaslip, but couldn't get past the post. Now, Wilkie up with the ball as Hailstone challenges. Wilkie doesn't see a lane. Holds up Wilkie. Over to Hayward. Hayward up top. Hayward puts the shot in. Heaslip makes the save. Thomas looks to pick that up, but that's an illegal contact there. Thomas went awkwardly in the backboards, and she is not feeling good there. Oh, boy. It's that 2 to 3 feet from the boards when you get knocked off stride. And she just went in there awkward. I think that was a tweak to the back, possibly, but hard to tell from up here. We hope the player's okay. As coach is attending to her now. 2:09 remains in this third period. Wolves leading by a score of 11-7. It's been a little bit of a wild affair here offensively, as both teams are going for it. The winner of this game will take a one-game lead in the best of 5 East Coast Cup finals. Game 2 will be in Musquodoboit Harbor at the Eastern Shore Community Center on Friday night. And then Game 3 will be back here next Monday. And we'll see where we go from there. But anyway, so we'll see. Ms. Thomas is sitting up now. That's a good sign. As so we see Dyer coming in looking for that loose ball. A little bit of shove across the numbers there. No penalty was called. But like I said, it's in that 2 to 3 foot away from the boards, just like in hockey. That's the danger spot. But she's up now with a little bit of help, and she's going to be walking off the floor. So we wish Miss Thomas all the best, and hopefully it was a windy now that she's up and going. I'm glad to see that as we get set for the final 2 minutes and a bit of this game. Duck ready to start off. Dyer ready to make life a little difficult for her. As pass up Collins. Challenged by Jenkins. Up to London. London trying to get away from Hayward. They battle in tight. You got a penalty coming here to the Wolves. As you got illegal cross checks the call. As Hayward will head to the box, but I think she did what she planned to do, and that was keep London from getting a shot away. So, once again, Eastern Shore will go on the power play with just under 2 minutes left. So if the Wolves are able to kill this one off, they'll finish the game. Here we go. St. Hilaire starting off. Over to Collins. Collins down low, challenged right away. Back up to Collins. Collins across to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire down deep to Duck. As St. Hilaire looking in. Duck looking for Collins. Finds Collins. Shot. And that just went wide. Good play by Eastern Shore. Just couldn't find that net. And we have a through the crease, and that'll be a change of possession. As up Hamilton coming in. Hamilton's got to step on the D. Hamilton puts a shot in, and Hayslip able to step out and make that save. Minute 25 remaining in the penalty. Minute 15 remaining in the third period. As London and Eastern Shore looking to get another one in the books here on the power play. Back up to St. Hilaire. St. Hilaire to Collins. Collins coming in. Collins with a low shot. That's off the post and out. As St. Hilaire back up with the ball. Over to Duck. Duck across to Collins. Collins throws a shot in. Another save by Martin. 35 seconds remaining in the third period as pass picked off by Collins. Over to London. London trying to find a lane. Hovey and Dyer in there to Collins. Collins skipped a shot in. Another save there by Martin as Anthony working into Bourgeois. And that's picked off by Dyer. Dyer hustling down the floor. 15 seconds left in the third period. Dyer drives in, and her shot goes wide. Dyer went through the crease, so she can't play the ball. And gets the bump from Duck. 5 seconds left. And we'll call it as it's sent down the floor. And the Wolves take a 1-0 lead in this best of 5 series for the East Coast Cup. Congratulations to the Wolves. And game 2 will be Friday at the Eastern Shore Community Center in Musquodoboit Harbor. So, I don't think the teams shake hands in the playoffs. We'll see what happens here, but no, both teams head back to their locker room because they're going to be right back at it on Friday. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you to our sponsors for making this possible, and thank you to you, the viewers, for your support. If your players out there, send them a note and tell them what a great job they did. Doesn't matter if they wore yellow or black. It's all a great game, and we want to grow it. Thanks a lot, everybody, and we'll catch you next time here at Maritime Athletic Profiles.